27,000 people start a compiler nobody could read. Yesterday, that changed. A chip giant paid billions to own it first. Stick around for what's still locked. For 4 years, Mojo's standard library sat open for anyone to read. The compiler that actually turns your code into machine instructions? Locked. That's the part that decides how fast your code actually runs. Modular held onto the one piece that mattered most, and nobody outside the company got to see how it actually worked. Here's Modular's own post. Full compiler, full tooling, Apache 2.0, the license they call, quote, the gold standard for programming languages and compilers. Break it down properly. Standard library, open since 2024, nothing new there. The compiler and tooling stayed locked until August 18th. Now the whole thing is Apache 2.0, public, readable end-to-end, no waitlist, no NDA. No fork required, no special access tier, the same repo anyone can clone tonight. Here's what everyone's skipping. Qualcomm didn't buy Modular for the software. They bought it for what this compiler breaks. The buyer, Qualcomm, announced June 24th, closed July 29th. Roughly $3.92 billion all stock for a compiler company. All stock, not cash Qualcomm paid with its own shares, not its balance sheet. Every chip company that isn't Nvidia has the same problem. Developers default to CUDA first. Qualcomm just bought the fix. Write once for Nvidia, and rewriting it for anyone else costs real engineering time most teams don't have. Qualcomm's own CEO said it plainly in the announcement. Quote, the industry is moving toward disaggregated, multi-vendor architectures that demand a more open and modern software foundation. That's a CEO describing, out loud, an escape plan from one vendor's grip. The actual press release, not a paraphrase, straight from Qualcomm's investor page, on the record in their own words. There's a catch here, and Modular admits it themselves. Hang on for the honest part, it's coming, and it changes how impressed you should actually be. So what does $3.9 billion actually buy you in compiler code? Let's look at the receipts, not the press release. Line it up. Standard library open in 2024. Qualcomm's deal closes July 29th. Mojo hits 1.0 August 12th. The compiler goes fully open August 18th. 4 events, 6 weeks, 1 direction, none of it accidental. That's a company clearing every gate before the ink on an acquisition even dried. Modular's own line, word for word, quote, developed with an open community but a closed compiler. 4 years by their own count. This is the real command, taken straight from their own post. Clone the repo, run one Bazel line, and you're compiling Mojo from source, the exact compiler that was locked a week ago, running on your own machine with nothing hidden. Put the actual design choice side by side. Mac skips CUDA, PyTorch, and ROCm entirely. The same code runs on Nvidia, AMD, or Apple Silicon without a vendor runtime to patch or babysit. A CUDA-locked stack runs exactly one place. Swap hardware vendors and the code doesn't need a rewrite. That's the entire pitch in one sentence. The internet already reacted. 27,000 stars, nearly 3,000 forks, and that's before most people even wake up to it. Hacker News picked it up within hours. One of the top comments, quote, closed source, was one of the main things making me not try it out yet. One commenter put it best, quote, as long as it was proprietary, I could ignore it. Now, I guess I have to learn a little something about it. That's the honest reaction of a lot of developers right now. What changed, in one sentence? Reading the actual compiler that turns your code into machine instructions went from impossible to one Git clone away. That's the entire headline, minus the spin. A second, completely separate commenter landed on the exact same reason. Closed source was one of the main things keeping them away in the first place. 2 strangers, same conclusion on the same thread. So far, all confirmed. Qualcomm paid roughly $3.92 billion, closed July 29th. The compiler is genuinely open now. No hedge, no fine print, those 2 facts are exactly as stated. Now for the part that keeps this from being a pure victory lap. Their own words, quote, "We aren't ready to take contributions to the compiler. Read it, build it, just don't submit to it yet." Still no native Windows release. One commenter put it plainly, Mojo stays, quote, "constrained to relatively niche and senior dev circles until they get a Windows release." That's not a small gap. Most working developers still run Windows day to day. The actual split, reading the compiler, open today. Contributing to it, not until end of 2026, Modular's own timeline. Compiler pull requests, not accepted yet. Native Windows, still missing. Reading and building the source, fully open. Honest, just not finished. Two gaps, clearly labeled, not buried in a footnote. Remember that $3.9 billion from the start? This is why. Qualcomm didn't buy generosity, it bought a CUDA-independent path for its own silicon. The actual reasoning, performance per watt drives inference cost, and cost determines what scales. Not idealism, a chip company doing math. Now, let's be honest. This wasn't Modular waking up generous. It's a chip company that needed developers off Nvidia's leash, and open sourcing the compiler was the fastest way to get there. Both things are true at once, and neither cancels the other out. Strategy and generosity aren't opposites here. The strategy just happens to look generous from the outside. Confirmed, the compiler is genuinely open. Still fuzzy. Whether it dents an ecosystem this size, that gets decided by developers, not a blog post. So if a compiler built to dodge Nvidia's toll booth is sitting right there for free, what does actually using it look like tonight? Side by side, Mojo, Apache 2.0, no vendor lock-in by design. CUDA, proprietary, one vendor lock-in is the entire business model. One of them was built to be left, the other was built so you couldn't. The recipe's short. Clone modular/modular, run the exact Bazel command from their own post. $0, the actual compiler, on your own machine. Remember that catch from the start? Resolved. You can't contribute code yet, but nothing stops you from reading every line of it tonight. The honest trade, Nvidia's stack is proven and polished, entirely on their terms. Mojo is free and genuinely portable, on a toolchain that's still young. You trade a little day one polish for actually owning what you're building on no fine print, no vendor deciding what ships next. So, to recap, Qualcomm paid $3.92 billion for a CUDA-independent compiler. That compiler is now genuinely open. Contributions and Windows support are still catching up, and now you know exactly where the real line sits. That's the whole story in one breath, the part that shipped and the part that hasn't. Yesterday's video was about a company quietly tagging your words. Today's is about one that quietly funded the exit from a different kind of lock-in. Own your stack, own the compiler, and keep the receipts so you can check the story yourself.